Camera. What's up, Step listeners, and welcome back to the Step Thorn Podcast. Gotcha, bitch. Joining us today, as always, your host, Tim Hunsaker.
Hey, what's up, guys?
The co-host, Eric Hunter, myself, and the co-iest of hosts, Nassim Johnson.
Hi.
So, kicking us off, we're going to start with just a little story. I feel like that's a good, warm us up into it.
Okay.
Do the preparatory drills.
Yep. Just
before,
tip first.
Yeah, before we do this ACFT, you got to do warm up drills.
Mm-hmm.
So got a story from Washington, and there was apparently on Wednesday, April 21st, there was a rollover of a Hemet, took up 2 lanes on I-90, and the Air Force Base, Fairchild Air Force Base, it wasn't one of ours, so that really pretty much just leaves it to the guard. So it was one of ours.
That's fucked up. They did that shit on purpose.
Yeah, I know.
They said, "Hey, just so y'all know,
it wasn't us."
It wasn't us.
But yeah, so
don't know who else that could have been.
Apparently, it blocked up the whole right side of the I-90 interstate.
Did they say for how long?
It didn't specify, at least in the news report I saw.
That's good for us.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Y'all need to know how long it was.
But the pictures were definitely had it I'm talking about that bitch was upside down.
Oh my God.
Laid upside down on there. No, only minor injuries, some bumps and scratches.
How the fuck did it end up upside down, bro? What the fuck?
And it looked like it was empty, like there was nothing on the trailer.
Oh my God.
Oh, they just turned that bitch way too sharp.
Yeah.
Oh my, but damn, that motherfucker flipped completely over. I did not know that.
So, yeah. So, here's my question. Yeah. Have you guys ever seen an accident in a military convoy?
Yes.
I've seen minor accidents.
Minor accidents?
Yeah. Motherfucker knocked off a 18-wheeler's windshield. Well, rearview mirror.
Oh,
just hit that bitch and rolled. And really? I'm going to be honest, that was the right answer. We not stopping this convoy for that shit. Because they were parked real funny. All over into the fucking, into the opposing lane, the oncoming lane. How the fuck do you park to where... You get what I'm saying? Nah, bro. You gotta take that.
You all fucked up.
Yeah. Bro was jacked up.
Oh. Yeah, I've seen so many accidents, I can't even... minor ones to major ones. My battle buddy that transferred from the MPs, the engineers with me, she was in an accident in our last AT with the MPs where we weren't at fault. We all came to a stop because traffic was being wild, and this 18-wheeler just ignored that and fucking slapped straight into their back end, and it fucked her back all the way up. So she got medical discharge after we... Yeah, talking about blew her back out, and you fucking wild. I know that's what you're thinking. You fucking child.
I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry, bro.
The briefings today got your immaturities.
Nah, bro. Nah.
They were talking
blew her back out and gave her a bag for it.
We were there and
blew her back out and retired. Yes, sir.
We were at them briefings today. Let me tell you, because this was when me and him were sitting at the back.
I knew he was going to bring this up.
This fucking child.
I knew he was going to bring this up.
Master Sergeant starts talking about whenever they were asking MEPs the questions. And Master Sergeant said something about
testers. That's what he should have said.
So the testes. And this motherfucker looks at me and goes, "That man said testes in front of everyone." I was like,
"That's not what I said. That's not what I said." All right, now he's fucking spinning what I said.
Yeah,
the exact quote verbatim was, "Did he just say testes?" Okay. It was supposed to be a real tongue-in-cheek, just ride on, bro. Let it ride. I just thought it was funny, bro.
Nah, bro. That man heard testes and forgot everything else he
No, the fuck. No,
which,
not
to be
need
fair,
the fuck.
Then my childish ass starts giggling, and I'm like...
Yeah.
I can
there we
hear
go.
You guys back there fucking laughing.
Fucking giggling.
That's because it also didn't help that Washington was sitting behind us, and every time Washington would go make fucking noises, and that shit had me cackling like an idiot.
I'm fucking weak, bro. I'm fucking weak. Hey, fuck this guy. Okay, fuck this guy, chat.
I've seen some pretty wild accidents. Probably the worst one. Bring us back in here.
Yeah.
Was at an AT up at one of the local reservoirs that we were camping out at, helping pave roads and all sorts of shit. But we had a central location that we had to all go to get chow. And so the dump truck people were coming over from the gravel pit, to go get food. And there was a fog that morning that just was like super thick. And like when you're in an up armored LMTV dump truck, you're above the fog. And so they pulled up to the stop sign and couldn't see shit because the fog is below where their eye line is. And they're like, it's probably fine, and just pulled out. And a full size pickup, like civilian pickup truck, just drilled into the side of their up armored LMTV dump truck, and it tipped it over on. And it wasn't an interstate; it was just like a state road. Yeah, but it's a state highway, so they're going like 65, 70, and tipped it over, and it totaled the vehicle that hit them. Yeah, and they had to like life flight the civilians off the mountain.
And naturally they this was the one where they was like giving the guard a lot of shit about it, right? Yeah.
Well, I mean, because it was an elderly couple, and they both ended up passing a couple of days later.
Oh shit. Yeah,
so they were like into intensive care and all sorts of craziness. Like it was a bad thing. I'm not saying that they were in the wrong. They shouldn't have pulled out at that moment. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like if you can't ensure that there's not somebody there or somebody coming, like you should probably just wait anyway, right?
Or have somebody get out and like, you get what I'm saying? Yeah, it's ways we could avoid that for sure.
But
understandable
also,
mistake, yes, but
at the end of the day, I mean, like shit happens. I'm not advocating for what happened because it sucks, but like that happened. I mean, I had to tow that bitch back down the mountain to get it away from prying eyes.
Yeah.
Say. And that was entertaining. And then the only other one I can think of is like we had a Humvee where it's like its whole entire drive axle just fell out on the interstate right after we left in a convoy. And it was like our headquarters company was their commander's vehicle, and the PFC that was driving it just had no fucking idea what the hell happened, but they just like lost power, and you could just like I was behind them in a contact truck, and I could just see that bitch bouncing on the ground off like it hit the bottom of the thing. I was just like, oh man, and we just everybody pulls off, we get them in another vehicle, and then we just lifted that up and towed it the rest of the way because it's just. It'll get fixed later. Like
it is what it is.
Training. It's now a training item.
Sounds like some great work for the 91 Bravos.
Yeah.
Damn, man, that's fucked up.
Some wild stuff.
Yeah. Free them.
I've never personally been the one that caused the accident, other than the door. That deal.
that deal.
Yeah, but that was like
borderline my fault. But I'll take the I'll take the L on that one. So.
Yeah. I had a tire fucking blowout on me during the convoy. Shit was crazy. Humvees are a lot more stable than you would think. Yeah, that shit was kind of cool. You almost wouldn't know the tire was flat if you couldn't hear that bitch just. You could hear that bitch more than you could feel it like vibrating or shaking or anything.
I mean, Humvees already naturally vibrate like a motherfucker.
Yeah,
so.
That's part of it too.
I just kind of chalk that one up. Oh man, this fucking death rattle's crazy. Fucking tire's gone.
Also, thank God I wasn't like speeding when that shit happened too, man. And it was kind of chill on the like during that fucking part of the convoy, but. Bro, it took fucking forever for maintenance guys to get the fuck out there, bro. We was out there bitch for like 3 hours, blistering.
Oh yeah,
just getting destroyed.
And people got to sit on that fucking truck, and them bitches ain't got no damn AC.
Yes,
I mean, should be a deadline if they don't have AC.
That's that X with a circle around it. Though,
Yeah, I mean the commander has to say it's cool for you to continue using that sucker, but usually
commander
do.
You get fucked like that, yeah. Hell yeah. Take that dick. Take it.
They give that delegation authority to the platoon sergeants. They're like, man, just fucking let them drive everything. I don't care if it's deadline, as long as that bitch cranks up and goes forward. Fuck.
I guarantee you, the conversation goes, "Would you let them do it?" Then they can do it. All right, cool. Smoke just fucks me, bends me over. Blistering heat, it fucks me.
Love that.
All right.
So, anyways, that was story time. What's our topic for the day?
So our topic was more of a question than a topic, but the question was: does a rank always equal competence?
Ooh, shit.
And I mean, hopefully everybody saw like our TikToks and our reel for this. We actually had some people comment, so I appreciate that. But we're gonna go to Reddit first, and then we'll jump into the other platforms. I mean, Reddit didn't disappoint. We had some interesting ones, but for the most part, it's just people being people.
Sounds about right.
First comment. Yes, of course. There has never been an incompetent officer or senior enlisted.
The sarcasm is oozing.
Yes, the sarcasm is evident.
This one tracks. We knew that.
Yes,
one was
yeah,
coming.
we knew that was coming. Yeah. And then the next one was never. Even an E1 can find a way to be dumber than an E1.
You're gonna keep one. All right, yeah, I like that one.
I like that one too. And then next one's from the Royal Canadian Air Force. And so they said not American, so no, up or out for us. It's just the same for us. So, you know. Some of the
up,
most
out, or down, and then back up again. That's when you get the competent ones. When they go down and then come back up, now that adversity is what bred your competence.
Okay.
I mean, sometimes. Yeah. Some of the most competent folks I worked with were corporals who just wanted to do their job and not get promoted. One guy retired after 35 years as a corporal. No demotions either. He just didn't want to get promoted because he liked turning wrenches.
Something I want to add to that motherfucking piece. Because I've met those soldiers, and I've also met those soldiers that end up back at that type of pay grade after millions of times of being promoted. Because these motherfuckers is hella confident, but it's just certain shit they just don't go for, so they'll be done fuck that up a million down.
Well, I mean, the Army used to have the spec ranks, right? So there's like specialist, and then there's like spec 1 all the way to like 4 or whatever.
Yeah.
Right.
I think we went all the way up to like 9.
It might have gone up to 7 or 9. I don't. It's freaking like what, Vietnam era?
Yeah,
like I don't know. It was a long time ago.
The point of it was that you got people who are competent in their career, but not good leaders,
or they don't want to be,
be leaders. But either way, like if you can know a job really well and like, hey, let's just keep you at the same rank, but pay you more. So spec 2, spec 3, like you're getting your rank ups, but hey, we don't know, like you don't want to be a leader, you don't want to be in charge of people, but you also, or you just aren't, we don't feel like you'd be a competent leader, so we're just gonna
but then you essentially become like a subject matter expert. So I guess that they kind of traded like spec whatevers for warrant officers.
Yeah.
In a weird roundabout way.
Yeah.
But I don't know if there were warrant officers then.
I honestly don't know. I'd have to look it up.
Yeah, I'd have to look it up too.
But either way, I mean, they ended up getting rid of it because they realized just at some point you got to move up. And honestly, the people who are that level, if you don't want to be a leader, you'll probably make a good leader.
True.
Space bags.
Well, because generally speaking, I mean, the people that are extremely eager to move up aren't ready.
Yeah.
For one, and then those that don't want to move up are the ones that need to move up because they're the competent, humble ones that you kind of want to be the face of what the next step is, I guess is a good way to put it. But I feel like there's also a good fine line between the two. Anyway. And then next one we had was, I've seen junior enlisted who are very competent and desire greater responsibility and promotion, and I've seen senior NCOs that make me question everything. On the whole, most people are where they should be. Of course, there are always standout people who you wonder how they aren't E9 or lieutenant colonels, and of course, the opposite.
Yeah, there's always outliers. Exceptions to the thought process. Let's put it like that. Not the rules.
There's a lot of Citadel grads that I'm like, man, how the fuck did you make it as far as you did?
That ring. You don't see that ring. That motherfucker
ring,
be glistening.
But then you got some good ones. Like our commander's a Citadel grad.
Oh, yeah. I've met some good Citadel grads.
Yeah, he knows what he doesn't know, and I can respect that. But most Citadel grads, I'd say a solid 80% of Citadel grads.
That's an invested number.
And I'm very invested in it. I've met a lot of Citadel grads have led me in my time, and a lot of them, my platoon sergeant's like, hey, go sit in that corner and don't move until I tell you to.
So the thing that's different for me is like all of the Citadel grads I know just about, except for the ones like the one you mentioned, our commander. All the ones I knew like ended up coming through field artillery. You know what I'm saying? And like you kind of got to be like a decent person to do that shit. You get what I'm saying? Like even if you come most of the time, even if you come out there like being a dick or like, you get what I'm saying, just being some anal or very incompetent fuck, like you'll learn at some point. You get what I'm saying? Like you'll
That's
figure shit out.
that's fair.
So
So
all of the ones I've ever met always been cool as fuck. Always been like some real squared away soldiers,
I think
good leaders.
I think a part of it has to do with the fact that like where I'm coming from, I was in a detachment, so we were just like a platoon size element. So we only had two people ever come to lead us. It was either just starting lieutenants where they were trying to figure out where they wanted to put them. So we got them like fresh out of fucking the Citadel. Or
Yep.
two was people who were about to be promoted to captain. So
Mhm.
we either had really good leadership being the ones who were about to be promoted to captain, so they kind of knew their shit, or we had the shitty leadership that was like the dudes who were trying to fucking come out and like they're like, I'm the leader now. Look at me. Look at me. I am the captain now. Like
Yeah.
that kind of shit.
Yeah. I mean, you can't get away from that shit. That shit's gonna be here to stay for as long as this shit here to stay. You're never gonna
I mean,
touch it.
not coming up in the military around the Citadel. Okay,
That's fair.
like we.
Very fair, actually. Yeah.
I mean, facts.
You know.
It's hard to judge because like I've seen both now only because I met one that was a complete and total ass and he was completely wrong. But I feel like from that to also looking at like our current commander, right? I feel like you see both sides. So like our current commander, and he may have been different young when he was younger, right?
I've heard stories. So yeah,
I
he
don't
definitely
know.
probably
Like I
has.
feel like he became more humble
I feel like he alluded to
after
that earlier.
after some time. Well, him saying that he was a platoon leader for like 5 or 6 years, knowing him as I know him now, like I just can't see that because I mean he's good. This sounds horrible. I mean he's good at PT. And he allows the NCOs to handle NCO business.
Yeah, but again, that might have been a learning process.
But I know, and him kind of explaining that today kind of made me think, you know what? Like maybe he was that lieutenant that just wouldn't let things go and couldn't.
Had something to prove.
Had something to prove, but also had that like Citadel mindset of like PT, like I'm better than you, the arrogance, that kind of thing.
Like
Real
I'm the don't get me started on that shit. I'm the one who's supposed to be in charge here. Like you do what I say.
And not that I can see that knowing him now, but like
he also could have just been humbled. Like he even said he got humbled.
Well, and I feel like, like from what you said about like field artillery, right? So I feel like, even though later we're going to talk about this, but field artillery is still combat arms, no matter what anybody says. I don't care who you are, right? And so I feel like
combat stuff. So.
I feel like the people, and this is not shitting on field artillery, but being from a field artillery state when I originally started, and coming to another field artillery state that also has infantry. The field artillery didn't get shit on where I was at because it was the only option for combat arms, right? And so it was like, if you were good, you wanted to do field artillery, right? Or military intelligence or something along those lines. And then if you were kind of like middle, then it was like, cool, we're going to send you over here and you're going to be an engineer officer or chemical officer or whatever. And then like aviation, they had a board, you had to make it for them to even care about you, right? But it was like, that was the ladder. Whereas like I feel like here the top is the infantry because everybody wants to be an infantry officer. And then it's like, so if you look at like a Citadel grad and what's kind of drilled into them as a Citadel graduate, they probably think that they're better than the field artillery because it's like the bottom of the bucket combat arms in most people's eyes.
Yeah, it could be. I don't know. I've always been in field artillery.
I feel like they get humbled quickly by the field artillery just because I know how the field artillery is. Yeah. Right.
I definitely think it's in order. 11, 12, 13. That's how most people
view it.
I've never been outside of it, so I don't know what the outward perspective is, honestly. I've never seen it.
That's just my take on it.
Yeah, assessment.
Yep.
Yeah. Something I will say though, just for clarification purposes, in my opinion at least, part of me think it's a little justified for you not so well adjusted Citadel graduates. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I don't take it too personal or like shit on y'all too much for it, bro. 'Cause I ain't gonna lie, doing that Citadel shit is fucking crazy. You would have never got me to do that shit.
I mean,
So
I
if you
think
want
they
to be a
wild for you
little
to do it.
not well adjusted or a little bit of a dickhead, hey, do you, bro? Do you, bro? Wear that shit, I guess. Shout out to you.
And then they quickly realize, like, damn, I could have just gone to
Yeah.
any other college, not spent half as much money, and still
Wow.
gotten to this same point in my life.
But I'm
Damn,
telling you, them boys
that
get
shit humbles them quick.
them boys get real. I think
Yeah, I mean,
I think they get real justifiable grades though. Like them boys, like them Citadel graduates, them motherfuckers take care of each other, bro. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. Like that shit is
trauma bonding, bro. Like, motherfucker, I know what you went through because I had to go through it.
Wait,
like that shit sucked.
What was the term we found out?
Yeah, I was
it's
literally
not
about to
trauma
say
bonding.
that.
Yeah,
but
what was it? It was like whatever. Either way,
it's a mutual thing. It's like you went through something hard. I
Mutual
went
trauma.
through.
Yeah.
I can't remember.
Trauma. Let's go with that.
We'll go with that for now. But like, yeah, that shit is real. Like I know the suck you went through, and I know what was expected of you and what you expected in return coming out here to be a leader. So I got you, brother. And then that shit got humbled you real quick, didn't it? Yep, I got you, brother.
This is what I'll say too, for like a little bit of perspective, but about how much they get glazed. And so at least growing up here, I can't speak for no other place, but growing up here, like fraternity that you want to get in is two: fraternity and sorority. The AKAs for the females, Omegas, the Q dogs for males. Not gonna lie, Citadel is the only thing I've ever seen, like, because those two take care of each other. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. That shit's crazy.
Yeah.
Citadel's the only thing I've seen rival that type of or maybe exceed that type of care for like, hey, bro, you did this shit? Oh yeah, I got you, my boy.
Yeah,
that shit is crazy.
You see a lot of the AKAs and
Oh yeah. That's D1. If you don't pick that one, people still respect it because you pledged and you crossed and all that shit. But boy, you get either of them two.
I never could.
In the morning.
I deal with enough of that fraternity shit just being in the military. I never would have joined the fraternity. Ever. Never would have called me dead.
No, I probably would have. But I'm completely fine with not having done that. I probably would have. For sure. Wild work.
Fair enough.
What we got?
So the next one says, absolutely fucking not. I've seen a dozen fucking idiots go to college, get their degrees, commission as an officer, and still not know a Humvee from an op order.
Wow.
At the same time, I've seen specialists lead a firearm better than their squad leader.
Now, something I'm going to say real
fire
quick.
Fire team, maybe, I think.
I think he meant fire team.
Something I want to say that real quick. I don't want to be like devil's advocate or like just flip it back on us because I know that shit be lame sometimes. But was talking about this shit with somebody one time and they was like, hey, bro, we can't be mad at them, like those officers in particular, because like, hey, bro, it's our fault. We could have went to college too. So I'm like, as much as that should be happening, bro, we could have went to college too, bro.
So I like how this dude follows up. So he says, so no, rank equals responsibility, not competence. Having bars on your chest or stripes on your pant leg just means you're going to be blamed when shit goes downhill. It doesn't mean you'll know what to do when that happens.
Okay.
Yeah, bro.
Wise words right there.
That is very wise words.
Next one. And then you can see that this is a very repetitive cycle here.
Yeah.
Good Lord, no. One of my best Marines was a private. He was busted down for a mistake, but busted ass for the rest of his enlistment. One of the worst Marines I've ever worked with was a full bird colonel, promoted numerous times above his potential and capability. To this day, I have no idea how he made it through TBS. Let alone command. Must have had some great Marines carrying him.
Damn. Hey, and that shit does happen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but it kind of got to be like that though, man. Like it's always going to be at least one person who get carried because they over some good people, or somebody who even get carried because they with a good team. You get what I'm saying? Like might just be around the right motherfuckers and you get carried.
Well, and I mean, there's a saying when it comes to like sales, for example, or just like performance in general.
Okay.
So if you take somebody that's like an average 70% person, we'll talk about recruiting, for example, right? So if you get somebody that's like their mission to 12 for the year, and they give you a 70% of that mission repetitively every single year, and you put them with somebody that gives 150% of mission every year, that person that was giving you 70 is still going to give you 100 now because they're subconsciously just going to improve because of who they're working with.
Yep. Yeah.
Right. And then, but the same goes in the reverse aspect, not necessarily for that 150% guy, but like if you give somebody that's giving you 80 and you put them with somebody that's giving you 20, that person that's giving you 80 is now going to only maybe give you 50.
Yeah.
Just because there's just that subconscious like, oh, well, they're not, or oh, well, I'm doing better than that kind of thing. Does that make sense? And so
I'm still good because I'm not that bad.
yeah, yeah. But like for somebody in the what this person is describing with this colonel, like he got carried, but he may have also just rose
To the
just
occasion
enough to the
yeah.
occasion because of the people that were around him to make him look like he held the potential needed for that next hire, even though he did not.
Yeah, yeah.
Right. And sometimes that's what happens. Yeah. Like, you never know.
And you got to keep in mind, too, like, the potential really can just boil down to fucking time and grade.
It's true.
That's it. Like, potential, that's all the fuck they need sometimes. But if you didn't check that box, you're good.
And I mean, you're supposed to, the way that the promotions are supposed to go if you go by regulation, is it's supposed to be you're promoting based off the person's potential for future growth, not current ability.
Yeah.
Right? And so it's really hard to say, like, oh, this person was incapable. Like, they may have just lost their drive. I mean, you don't know. Right? So, I don't know. There's a whole lot that could go into it. But to put it simply, generally speaking, I mean, everybody's saying no. Like,
yeah, that about sums it up.
Yeah. And that's what I would say, too. Overall. I mean, I just thought it was kind of a fun question.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, at least get you. I feel like that's one of those questions we all knew what the answer is going to be.
Yeah.
But it's just funny to see.
Yeah, see the response to it, yeah. Because this is one that Ariel, let that shit off your chest type of questions, we know where it's going to go.
Yeah. Yeah. So we did have some comments from TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook.
Okay.
So first one off of TikTok was absolutely not. I've known senior NCOs who could never qualify on their weapon, and knew a lieutenant who didn't open a shotgun range since he had no magazines for pump action shotguns.
That's funny.
Damn, that second one is insane work. That is insanity work. Wow, that should probably hurt you more than anybody.
But I also a sergeant who can't qualify. I mean, if I judge how competent of a leader you are just by whether you could shoot a gun or not, I don't know.
I mean, I don't necessarily agree with that. I mean, like we all need to be well rounded and like be able to at least meet the standard.
Yeah,
I agree with that.
Yeah,
right. But you can't judge a person's full capability off of their one thing that they like need to improve in. You know what I mean?
100%.
Like,
I agree with that.
I just hey, you stay in the back and just tell me where to shoot. I'll be the shooting buddy.
Yeah.
I don't want you anywhere near that. Right?
Yeah. You wasting rounds.
You just put me where you need me, Sergeant. You just don't let it be in front of you.
Hey, just hold your mag for me. I'ma need that, not you. I'ma need that.
This next comment, the dude said, after my first 2 years in the Army, I realized that rank alone doesn't always reflect competence. I've worked with some sergeants who set the standard and others who still have a lot to learn. As a 91 Bravo, I naturally pay close attention to two things. First, whether a sergeant truly knows their job. And second, whether they genuinely take care of their soldiers. When I see both of those qualities, I have full confidence in their leadership. When one or both are missing, it becomes harder for me to fully trust their ability to lead. From my perspective, being a reliable mechanic is only part of the job. Once someone pins the rank of E5, the expectation shifts. Leadership is no longer just about technical skill, it's about mentoring, guiding, and being steady when situations get difficult. That's the kind of leadership I expect.
So, that brings me to asking you two, which one do you value more?
Skill or leadership?
Skill or yeah. I guess that's They kind of put skill into qualifying for leadership, so I don't know if I would want to just say leadership for that.
So in my opinion, I mean, I can teach you how to fix a Humvee, but I can't teach you how to treat and respect others,
Mhm.
right? In this kind of
Yeah.
sense,
Yeah.
and so I feel like looking at the whole person concept,
Mhm.
I feel like it's far more important, in my opinion, for you to be a competent individual
Yes.
than it is for you to be like excelling in your job.
Gotcha.
Because I would much rather take like a competent
Mhm.
mechanic who is also great with people and a great leader and a great mentor and gets
Mhm.
along with everybody
Mhm.
over an excellent mechanic that can't hold a sentence with
Mhm.
me or anybody else. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Mhm.
I mean, you still have to know how to do your job.
Yeah.
But being like the subject matter expert, that's not necessary. Like, if you can find me the answer in TM or something along those lines, or you can,
Mhm.
me as somebody who promoted into a position that I had never been in before,
Mhm.
if I can be like, I don't know, and I'm willing to accept that I don't know that and
Yeah.
rely on my guys to help me, I feel like one, I'm gaining their respect by knowing my limitations and my current knowledge of the subject, and also giving them the opportunity to show me what they know.
Yes. Okay.
Right. So I don't know if that answers your question.
Yeah. Oh no, that
But yeah,
answers.
I want to what you got.
So I'm gonna give two examples, and and that's gonna kind of probably tell you my answer.
Maybe not name drop.
Not name dropping.
Okay,
Not
okay.
name dropping. When I was in the MPs, now yeah, I mean these are well, I mean one of them because one of them is me. But the other one actually you might know the other one, but I'm not in a name dropping, so you won't
Yeah.
ever pick up on who it is.
Yeah.
When I was in the MPs, we had a guy who was a state trooper.
Mhm.
And if you know anything about the stigma of,
Okay.
if you know anything about the stigma of state troopers,
Yeah.
they're assholes.
Yep.
Mhm.
And dude lived up to the stigma.
They got nice ones too. I've heard that.
Yeah, supposedly. But yeah, dude was a straight up asshole. Like knew his shit because he knew law enforcement. Dude had done it for so long,
Yep.
and even like correlating to the MPs, like he was able to just mesh it so well. So like instructor wise, great person to like put up in front of you and just get you to teach
Yep.
the straight up law enforcement side of being an MP.
Yeah.
But literally anything else, we were like, "Fuck, man! Like this
This
dude's
guy.
such a fucking prick."
Yeah.
Like stuff like that. And so yeah, nobody liked him, and nobody wanted to be in his team, and people made complaints about him all the time because he's a fucking prick that literally everyone couldn't take a joke, couldn't like, he'd smoke you if you tried to like. He would make a joke about you, and then you would try to make a joke back, and he would smoke you for it, like that kind of bullshit.
Yeah.
But once again, great instructor, definitely respected his knowledge. He knew his shit, but did not respect him as a leader because he was an asshole.
Yeah.
Flip side. But when I became an engineer and I was a 12 November attached to 12 Bravos, I was leading 12 Bravos and had no fucking idea what 12 Bravos did. I knew nothing. They're expecting me to just be in charge of 12 Bravos. But because I was good with people and handling people, like my 12 Bravos loved that I had no idea because I knew, hey, I got Owens who's great at freaking C4. I've got Kraft who's great at freaking like the what is it the PSS 13 the minesweepers. He understands how to operate those things and understands how the proper way to do it. So I'm getting them to teach classes and I'm learning and like they love that I'm sitting here writing stuff down and like we're trying to remember what they got so that way when we get new people in I can teach them. They love that because I'm pulling from their knowledge and they're like, oh man, like I'm able to teach my sergeant something. I'm able to teach them like basic soldiering and stuff like that. Like when we go into room clearing, fucking love room clearing. That's my shit. So I know that shit like back of my hand. So when we do that, I'm like, hey, I got this. Like I can show you guys this, but the nitty gritty of being a 12 Bravo, you have to teach me. I have you talking about how much C4 can like weight to explosive radius, like shit like that. I have no idea how to daisy chain some. No, I do now.
Yeah.
But then had no idea. They had to teach me all that. That was the first time I ever handled C4. Like literally didn't even know it was like Play-Doh. Like that shit was crazy.
Yeah.
So, and that was a cool experience. They loved it because they get to show me their knowledge, and I'm like a little fucking 4-year-old playing with like playing with Play-Doh. I'm like making little fucking figures out of it, and then we
I
blow
made a
up.
dick with the Play-Doh.
We literally blow up my little stick figure I made out of Play-Doh. That was fucking awesome. Like that's, I'm like laughing about it. That like
Mhm.
they're letting me pull the pin. It's the first time I ever got to pull it, and I'm like, hell yeah, I can pull it now. And they're like, Sergeant, calm down.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
stuff like that.
Calm your happy ass
But
down.
but I
Little
mean,
moist
they
ass.
they still respected me as a leader because
Mhm.
I was able to show my experience elsewhere.
Mhm.
So even if you don't know something, as long as you know how to handle people,
Yeah.
and you have to know a basis.
Yeah.
If
Yeah,
you know
have
the
the capacity
basics,
to learn this shit.
yeah,
And that's why I thought you would beat her with it, because of the comment you gave out, Commander. Not knowing what
knowing
he
what he
doesn't
doesn't
know.
know,
Yeah.
yeah,
So it's like, yeah, man, that shit's good. But nah, I just think that's an interesting thing because of how they brought it up, man. I've dealt with the best leader I've ever had was one that like people would kind of be like, some of the people appointed above him that I knew less than them would try to like use a dig at him to be like, oh shit, he doesn't know this thing, so they try to dig at him for that. But he's way better with people than any of them ever was. You get what I'm saying? And like it would show in the crew that he had. Like us, like bro, like was a pretty like well knit and well put together crew because of the leadership. You know what I'm saying? Very like I'm talking about y'all embodied what the fuck servant leadership is. Like really embodied that shit.
yeah.
And this is cool, man. So it's like I always value that more, but I've just seen so many different things happen with leaders. I've known a motherfucker that like doesn't know shit but has NCO presence. If y'all get what I mean.
Yeah.
Doesn't know shit and is bad with people, but promote above peers because of NCO presence. That shit is crazy.
Yeah.
Fucking crazy. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, these next ones kind of actually talk about that a
Oh,
little
Oh, really?
let's see.
I mean,
A little bit.
yeah. So this one's from Instagram. So rank does not equal competence, but it can. It's 50-50 because you get to earn the rank at times, but that doesn't mean a few don't slip through the cracks. Right. So kind of talking about like that NCO presence. Like sometimes it just comes down to who you know and how good you are just, rub it up.
Yeah.
And let's
And
so
rubbing dicks too. Don't forget
let's
that.
also
That's
take a look at
important.
like how they changed the policy. It's more of like an exception now. How you don't have to go to BLC until after you get your 5, and you don't have to go to ALC until after you get your 6. So it's like sometimes you can get promoted because, like we talk about, how they're supposed to promote you based off of your potential,
Yeah.
for growth. So we're going to promote you to this leadership role, and like you have no idea how to be a leader, so you're going to learn.
Yeah.
So you might get a new sergeant who at first they're like a prick because they just, the rank kind of got to their head because they think they're supposed to act this way, and then they kind of figure it out and dial it in. So cool, yeah. I mean, as long as you got the capacity, like you said, the capacity to learn, I feel like that's my new point. That is the most important thing as a leader, the capacity to learn.
Yep.
Yep. All right. Anyways, my bad. Continue.
Well, and I would even expand on that and say like the capacity to learn, but also the ability to reflect on what you're doing and see the error and see like reflect on it and see like, okay, this works, this did not. Like when I did it when I dressed this soldier or my soldiers this way, this was their reaction, and when I handled this situation in this way, this was the reaction. Right? Like seeing the subtle differences in body language, the reaction of the people, how quickly the work gets done, how well the work gets done, whatever it might be, solely based off of how you as the leader or the NCO handles the situation. Right? I mean, there's been countless times, like I say it all the time, like I'm not going to have one of my soldiers do something that I myself would not do.
Yeah.
Right. And, generally speaking, like the only times I've ever had that needed to do that or, kind of been able to put that to the test, it's always been like PT related.
Yeah.
And that's solely just because like my whole career has been basically in recruiting, right? Since I really took on a leadership role. And so like, but then also when I was like at the RSP, like if I was like, hey, I need 5 that are willing to go take out all the trash, right? And it's like they would take out the trash in the building and I would take out the trash in my office and they'd come up and be like, oh, we're here to get the trash, and I put the trash in. Right? I'm not going to force you to clean up after me. But I'm not going to take the time myself to go around to the whole entire building that y'all have been using and clean up after you, kind of thing. Simple job, right? Like we all have that expectation. But when it comes to like the PT and stuff, like it was, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna show you that I'm capable of doing it, and there's not gonna be any question after that. And I think that's the right way. But the next one was 50-50. Because some people have truly earned their rank and their leadership skills show it. Others, you just wonder who the fuck was handing out ranks that day.
Yeah.
And then our last comment that we got from Facebook, which I actually really like this one. He said, everyone is promoted to the point of incompetence. It's what they do with the incompetence is what makes a good or bad leader.
Okay. Yeah, I do respect that. Yeah.
Okay.
And I like that just because it's like, it goes back to the whole potential thing, right? Like, potentially you could excel. But as of right now, when you go into that new position, you're incompetent because you're new.
Yeah. You don't know
Right.
how to do this job.
Yep. And so you're either going to rise to the occasion and excel, or you're going to coast by, and then you're likely never going to surpass that point.
Also, like you said, reflecting on it. Like if you can't reflect on your own incompetence, then if you just try to overlook it, like, oh well, I'm competent in these areas, I don't need to worry about this one area.
Yeah. Well, and I feel like, and I'm just as bad at this. Like, I mean, naturally, like we as human beings are going to focus on our strengths over our weaknesses, right? Even if it's subconscious, right?
Yeah.
Like, and I mean, I'll use recruiting as a prime example. Like, there's been people that I've had the opportunity to work with here that I pushed to the side just because, like, I'm not competent with doing like moral waivers. It's a fact. Just because I hadn't had to do them until, recently, right? And so it's kind of a new thing,
We
like
were
something.
joking about
Yeah. We were joking about it today. Yeah, that's why it's fresh. But like I'm looking at it and seeing some of the new stuff that came out and how like I had a dude I was working with that had a 400 level charge that at that time was a DMPM level waiver, and now it's tag level. And I'm like, I lost out on the potential of getting that person in the guard and helping them out, which in turn would have helped us out. And now that person doesn't want anything to do with me. At least he won't respond to my texts. So, but you see, like,
Yeah.
I'm reflecting on it now because something happened, and I'm like, man, like I fucked up. But like 2 weeks ago, I wouldn't have thought anything of it because it's not something that I strive to like be good at.
Yeah.
Maybe because I try to avoid those people, but
Fair point. I mean, we all make mistakes.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not talking just like your everyday like dude got a DUI. I'm talking like CDBs, excessive things. Like if people walk in and they tell us that, it's like, do I want you in this organization?
And didn't they even change it like 1 to 5 is now tag? Used to be anything over 3 was like no waiver authorized. So
yeah. So well, and it has to be non-Lautenberg. So like they have to be able to still carry a firearm.
Yep.
For it to be the 1 to 5. But if even one of them is falling under that Lautenberg, so it's like an actual felony, no go, no waiver authorized at all. Anyway, we're getting into
we can
the
talk
weeds.
more about that. That's work related stuff.
Getting into the weeds, but yeah, let's jump into our
Informative brief.
Portion here. So the U.S. Army announced a new combat field test to enhance soldier readiness. So some of you may have heard of the combat field test, the CFT. They just put out some more information about it. It's going to be implemented beginning in April of 2026, so this month. And the information that was put out is the CFT is required annually for active duty soldiers serving in 24 designated combat military occupational specialties. The test is going to consist of it's a 7-sequence event conducted continuously and scored on total time. The events include a 1-mile run, 30 dead stop push-ups, a 100-meter sprint, 16 lifts of a 40-pound sandbag onto a 65-inch platform, a 50-meter carry of 2 5-gallon Army water cans weighing 40 pounds each, a 50-meter movement drill consisting of a 25-meter high crawl and a 25-meter 3 to 5 second rush, and then a final 1 mile run. Now, this will be conducted wearing the Army combat uniform, combat boots, and a brown t-shirt with no cover. Soldiers must complete the test, all 7 events, in 30 minutes or less while wearing the Army combat uniform, combat boots, and a brown t-shirt with no cover. Overall, sounds like actually a pretty solid fitness test to me.
That motherfucking super soldier fitness test. Yes, sir.
So-
that motherfucker beautiful.
And just to make sure everybody's tracking the drop, what is it? The dead stop push-ups?
Dead stop push-up?
It's the same thing as the T push-ups, just minus the actual T shape.
So it's a hand release, but without...
Yeah, it's the hand
without
release, but you don't have to bring your hands out. You just have to come down, take your hands off the ground, and come right back up.
Oh, okay.
At least that was the video that, like, I went, because I was like, okay, well, what's the difference between this and the T? And it's just taking your hands off the ground and then coming back up, and then taking your hands off the ground and then coming back up. And then flowing into, man, the whole point, like, for those that aren't tracking, it is basically your OCPs, just no top, no cap. Boots, fucking whatever socks you
You
wear.
downgraded your tops. It's like if you're in the
Now-
field and you have to
now-
like move shit around.
The whole downgrading the top, I don't know if you're actually downgrading the top, because it says
Brown t-shirt.
yeah, but it's part of the uniform. So
Yeah.
So it's combat uniform, combat boots, and a brown t-shirt. So
Brown t-shirt is the fucking part of the uniform.
So that's where I'm not sure, because in the video that they have, it shows the person taking it and they have their OCP top on.
Oh, open to interpretation.
So that's one of those things, like, we'll just have to find out. But yeah,
But at least no cover, so that means no.
in
no
all of
cap.
these, they've got the
They got the
Okay.
OCP
they
top
got the
on?
OCP top on.
Okay.
What the fuck? Why would you?
So, yeah, just no cover.
That's dumb as fuck. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna just go ahead and put that out there.
And then 30
And this
minutes.
shit should not at all be done in winter. It's naturally, but
Well, yeah. I mean, you can always wear your summer top.
yeah.
Either way, that shit's going to suck.
Well, I kind of get the feeling they're doing that solely as like a protective measure for like the high crawl.
Oh, yeah.
I guess, but what the fuck? Oh, yeah, that's
But if
probably
they
exactly
would
right.
let you downgrade to like just the tan tee for like the 1 mile runs, that would be great.
Yeah, I would expect them to do that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, so it's a mile. The fact that it's a mile and then like a freaking, what is it, 100 meter dash?
So it's a
Sprint.
1 mile, and then it's the push-ups, then it's the 100-meter sprint.
The fact that you go from a 1 mile run and then like literally not even barely 2 events later, well, it is 2 events later, you're now sprinting.
And
100.
that's why I said it seems like they're treating it like a fucking obstacle course.
But it's essentially
It's
what it is.
nonstop. Like
They
it's,
probably will, and yeah, you just, so if you take a break, that, like, let's say you just need a second to catch your breath, you're still cutting into your time. Like,
Yeah.
there's no, like, the ACFT where you get 5 minutes between each event.
Yeah.
Negative, Ghost Rider. You got to just keep rolling straight into the next event. 30 dead stop push-ups. Oh, for my ACFT, I got to do, like,
Yeah,
12
they're gonna
push-ups.
have
That's
to
crazy.
have like lanes and shit for you to do this in.
yeah. And honestly, man, I don't
And, like,
fucking-
how many people can you give this to at once? Like,
and this is what I'm saying, but this is some super soldier shit.
I mean,
I'll be
there's
fucking-
like again, like there's still some, this is obviously all like
but also-
getting
yeah.
the weeds are
yeah.
gonna be
I mean,
run
gonna
they're
be
probably,
run
like,
through, obviously.
But
It's-
they've had to done testing already too, even
I'm sure,
propose
yeah.
it and give like a metric for like the time.
but
So,
also,
See, but
the
they don't
other
have
thing,
a grading scale yet that I've seen.
it's just pass or no pass from what
at bare minimum, yeah. But
the first memo they released, they said there wouldn't be a scoring; it would simply be a pass or fail.
oh, okay, yeah, that's right. Because I was gonna say like you getting over bare minimum, they just needed a
See,
pass or no pass.
The only issue I have with that is like you're required to. So like it says, does not replace the AFT, right? So
Yeah,
like you
so-
still got to take the regular fitness test.
Yeah.
And you're just going to, like, if you're active duty
You
on
take both.
365-day orders, like you're going to do one test. You're required to pass one test annually of each one. So you got to do a CFT and an AFT if you're in one of the combat MOSs that's required to do the CFT.
And reserve component.
And then the reserve component, they're just going to do it biannually. So like in 2025, you would have done the AFT. In 2026, you'll do the CFT.
Yeah, and then 2027.
So how does that work for like promotions and shit? Like, do they just go refer back to the most recent AFT for the score?
So the first memo they sent out just mentioned something about like extending that out to like 14 months. So I mean, I guess if you're in that 10-month window, then they probably just revert back to your most recent AFT.
And at the same time too, like even if they were to scale it, apparently the way they would scale it is just like however much you're under the 30 minutes. You get what I'm saying? Like because they can't grade every event. Like you can't grade every event.
Well, you're only required. Yeah, you're only, and even then, it's like literally you just do the 30 dead stop push-ups and then you move on to the next. Because if you start trying to, I'm going to max my push-ups, max is 70, all you doing is taking up more of your time. Like, fuck.
Yeah.
No, I'm going to do 30 and move to the next event.
Yeah, you can't.
I mean, it's literally just a timed hit workout. That's all it is.
Yeah. That shit is crazy though.
In combat,
it's circuit. It's circuit training.
It's good.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of it's wild, but
I want to know how long it takes to do all those things. Like the run is going to naturally be the shit that takes the longest.
Right.
I'm just curious.
So let's say you normally run like an 8-minute mile. Add boots and OCPs instead of fucking PTs.
I don't think that hurt people's time that much.
I mean, I'd at least add a minute.
Yeah.
Like, so now you run in 9 minutes. And then you do all them events. And now you got to go run another mile. Is it going to be 10 minutes now?
You get what I'm saying? Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. It has to take the bulk of.
So it's 19 minutes, only leaves fucking 11.
You got 11 minutes to do all them other events. And I'm not saying you can't do all them other events.
That's what I said. I'm just curious. Like,
but
I'm just
like,
actually curious to see the time on it.
So like the push-ups, I feel like the 30 dead stop push-ups, I could probably do that in a minute. Maybe minute 30 if I took my time. The 100-meter sprint, another... Probably not. What I'm probably fucking lowballing the shit out of myself saying 30 seconds, but and then it's immediately on to that after the sprint was the sandbags. 16 sandbags. Yeah, maybe another minute or two. If I move slow.
I mean, it depends. Like that's the thing with the.
I mean, at some point, I'm gonna need a second to catch my breath.
Yeah, but it also depends on like how the sandbags are. Like, I feel like there's got to be more to it than that. Like, are the sandbags like right there, and you're literally just picking it up, putting it up on top of the platform?
Yeah, the biggest.
But they're right there.
Yeah, the biggest from the way it sounds like it's as if they were like loaded at the back of a truck, and you're loading them onto the back of a truck. That's the way it sounds like to me. 65 inches is 5'5", so it's not like super high. It's about
it's literally just a little bit shorter than I am.
Yeah, so I mean, yeah, you got to come up to like your head level for me, like my shoulder level, and for Johnson his titty level.
Yeah. It might that actually be like on the back of a flat rack.
That it makes sense.
I think that's what they're.
It's supposed to be like maybe like simulating like an LMTV or flat rack or something. Yeah, I'm sure that's probably what most of us will just end up using. Just pulling a truck up and be like, fuck, close enough.
Yeah. Damn, but see, at the same time, I don't see. Damn. Well, it's only for combat units too, but.
I mean, this literally doesn't affect any of the three of us.
But. Well, that's why they wouldn't do it, bro. Because that takes that's a lot of resources to be used for a test. That's a lot of fucking resources.
Are you talking about how many sandbags? Like, so
sandbags,
let's say
having a truck. If you decide to go that route with it, like it's a lot of resources.
So unless you just have somebody sitting on the back of the truck and like you only use like 3 sandbags, and as they get, you just fucking throw the sandbags back down, like, hey, pick this shit back up, motherfucker, until you do 16.
Those would be like the people who like not grading it, but at the stations.
Yeah,
like they would be the ones. So it's
you would 100% have to have somebody at each station, because if you want to be able to get a whole unit through this shit fast enough, because I'm sure they're probably just like the ACFT where you have to get everyone through within like 2 hours or some shit. I don't even remember what it is, but you have to get a whole unit through the ACFT within 90, so much time. I
think it's 90 minutes.
Yeah, an hour and a half. So either way,
that should be taking longer than that.
Yeah, but
and they may have got rid of the overall time requirement, but I know originally it was.
Yeah, I think for the AFT is actually it is because our commander likes to say, look, we got to get through this thing because nobody wants to fucking be there taking that bullshit. We all
No,
just trying to
fuck
move
no.
on. But he always tries to say 2 hours, 2 hours, stuff like that. But
I mean,
lost
it doesn't give just solely because the whole entire thing is like a soldier must complete it within 30 minutes or less. It doesn't say anything about there being like an overall time for like the unit because it's an individual event. And so I'm just trying to figure out how they would grade it properly.
I mean, unless you
You'd have to have one grader per person to do every single thing so that there's like the person holding that individual person's time.
Yeah.
Because
that's gonna be the big thing is. So let's say you got 5 graders, which means you can only grade 5 people at a time.
And each one of those is roughly going to take 30 minutes.
And then now you also got to have something to simulate a flat rack. 16 bags of sand per person.
Mhm.
So you got 5 different things to simulate a flat rack. 16 bags of sand, or some way to simulate 16 bags of sand,
Well,
whether it's like
low-key,
4
they
bags.
don't need it though, because now that I'm thinking about, I was thinking about like maybe you could do a container, like some type of like. But like, man, you could honestly, they could just have something that's that height, and you just gotta throw it over.
So simulating a flat rack. Either way, it has to be it or it has to simulate it.
Yeah.
And then you got to have the water cans, which Lord knows, we all got fucking 1,000 water cans somewhere.
Yeah.
That's really like
shit, the water cans full.
Yeah, they got to
Yeah,
be
so now
40
you gotta-
pounds. This says 40 pounds, so
you
you
just
specifically.
keep filling them and then weigh them until you hit 40 pounds. Like fuck, like that's
Which-
easy. And then just seal them shits and make sure they don't leak. Which is almost impossible because all of our fucking water cans.
But that's a total. That's a combined total for 80, right?
Or you can always just make them carry. dumbbells,
So it's
call it that.
2 40-pound.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yep. 80 total. So it's
Yeah,
identical to the sprint drag carry where we're carrying 2 40-pound kettlebells.
Yeah, but they doing it for a longer distance, huh?
50 meters,
Which is
the
same.
25
we go
down,
out 25 back. 20.
Oh, okay.
That's the only difference. So it'd
So-
be a straight shot instead of.
Yeah.
Which to resolve that, you could have 2 people do it at the same time, and well, not necessarily the same time, but at similar times, you have one person carry it out, and then be like, "Hey, you bring it back," like, and you just sit there and mix and match.
But
it.
just do like 50 straight.
Yeah, do 50
I think
straight.
it'd just be easier, honestly.
Just, dude,
Maybe.
yeah, just because then there's one start point. But I don't know. I'm not saying that it's impossible. I mean, the overall concept of it is going to be relatively easy to grade overall. It's just you're going to have a 1-for-1 tester grader, I feel like.
And then it's like how many people you get through it.
Yeah,
What you mean?
but-
One test it there.
like so like if you were taking this test and I was your grader, I would only be grading you, and then Hunter would have to wait for another grader to
No,
start.
I don't think they gotta do that.
The only
because
way
you got to think like, what if you finish the run faster than Hunter? Then
Yeah, let's say-
who's gonna count your push-ups?
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. They would just do it by stations. You get what I'm saying? Like they would just have they would have a person at each station, right? So like the end of the 1 mile, in the beginning of the 1 mile, you got somebody there to verify they did 1 mile.
So they're just
Then
gonna
at the
have
beginning
a
of the push-ups, there's
30
somebody
minute-
there that's watching, make sure you do.
they're just
the
gonna have a
push-ups.
timer, and it's just gonna
Yeah,
start when
yeah.
the 1 mile hits.
Mhm.
You're gonna run the 1 mile, and then it's just they're gonna have enough lanes for everybody. Because what if
You would
20
have to-
people
at
finish
that
at the
point,
same time?
You'd have to
Yeah.
you'd have to do it with. I mean, obviously, you got to be able to have enough equipment to do the event for all the people currently actively taking it. Just because if me and you start at the same time and we finish the run at the same time, or even if let's say they decide to stagger it and
They'll
you
stagger
start,
it, yeah.
you start, and then a minute later I start, but I'm faster than you, so I beat you on the mile, or we meet at even though I started a minute late, me and you finished the mile at the same time, just because I'm a minute faster than you on the run. I mean, now we're still fucked, and now we got to figure out how we're gonna catch back up and make it work.
I mean, I feel like that's easy to accommodate
But that's what I'm
based
saying. I
off
think
like
they're just-
AFT score. Like if you're running an 18-minute 2 mile and they're running a 14-minute 2 mile,
Yeah, just start the fastest person first.
you're going to start the fast people first in the first iteration, start the next group in the next one, but then your times are different. That's what I'm saying. So anyway, it's not that good. But
I think the way they would just do it is just batch it. You got like enough for 8 people, because again, like it would consume too much personnel, I think, to do a tester and grader.
So do like a squad at a time.
Yeah, basically like a
Do like
squad or
10,
like 8 people.
eight between 8 to 12 people. So
I
not
feel
a
like
squad,
doing
but
it with your squad would be good because then there's that little bit of competitiveness to go
Yeah,
along with
yeah.
it, and you're kind of you don't want to let your squad down,
Yeah.
kind of situation, or your crew for like the armor people.
And let's say you do first platoon first. Guess who can be the graders? Third platoon.
Mhm.
Boom. Now you got enough graders for everybody.
Yeah.
And then when second platoon does it, third platoon can still grade, or first platoon can grade now, and now first platoon grades second and third platoon. Problem solved.
Yep. I like it. So for those who will have to take the CFT, there's 24 different combat MOSs that are going to be required to take it. So it's going to be your infantry officer, 11 Bravo, 11 Charlie, 11 Zulu. So your 11 series. 12 Alpha, so your engineer officers, and then 12 Bravo, 12 Delta, your field artillery officer, and then your 13 Fox, and then all your special forces, so any 18 series. And then your 19 Alpha, the armor officer, 19 Charlie, 19 Delta, 19 Kilo, 19 Zulu, and then your 89 Delta and 89 Echo are going to have to take this test as well.
Yeah. So, hey, shout out to y'all super soldiers. Hell yeah.
I mean, all I'm
But-
gonna say is like if this sounds like something that you're gonna struggle with, like get started preparing for it now, because it's not one of those things where they're gonna probably have too much leniency.
Yeah.
I would imagine not with the current environment that we're in. But
And I think the biggest thing you gotta work on for that is just gonna be running. Like, but you gotta work on that. That's gonna be your biggest shit, bro. After all that shit, bro, running is gonna be hard. Like that last mile, that bitch gonna be hard.
yep. Well, and there's no discrimination or change based off of age or sex, right? So it's all neutral. So it doesn't matter if you're 55 or 18. The standard is the same, and it's pass fail. You just have to complete all 7 events in 30 minutes or less.
Which, again, based on how things have worked in the past, and this is a new rollout, subject to change. But right now, today, that shit is not discriminating.
Not at all. Yeah.
Yep. And then for anybody that is curious, if you have a profile, the information currently given on the Army website says permanent profile soldiers unable to perform AFT events are ineligible for CFT and may be considered for reassignment.
So if you can't
Get your
complete the
ass out of combat.
CFT, yeah.
So
Okay.
that which is interesting. I wasn't expecting that, to be quite honest.
Interesting, but I won't say irrational.
The only irrational part of it is, and the Army's notorious for doing this shit, is you're losing that experience.
Yeah.
Right.
Because most of the time it's our experienced people that get broke.
Yeah, it's the experienced people that have already been through it that are the ones that are hurt.
Yeah.
And, if you just take all that experience away, like now you're just stuck with all the non-broke young bucks that are inexperienced. And,
And then they're going to use all that inexperience, and then they're going to become the broke experienced folks who
Mhm.
can't be combat armed anymore.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And the shit that it just become the new rat race cycle of thing.
Mhm.
But
It should be
Go
interesting.
until you break.
We'll see how long it lasts.
Yeah. We got anything for news round or info round was it? Anything for news?
info round was it.
Dang.
I mean, that was kind of.
Yeah.
I mean, I did say the news with the story, I guess, to begin with.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's a double hit.
Double whammy.
So to give a little bit more information on the implementation timeline for the CFT, sorry, I just caught this. The implementation begins on 17 April 2026, and people will begin taking diagnostics, and then it'll roll into full effect in 2027, April 17th, 2027. So failing a CFT at that time will result in administrative action.
Damn, it's a good little timeline.
So they give you a year. You have a year from.
Oh, a year. Damn, yeah, I forgot.
Yeah, 1 year.
Fucking 26. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Crazy.
I'm getting old. I'm getting old.
All right, y'all.
A little bit. Yeah.
What was that, like fucking
Noise.
20 inches or
Come
something?
on, no.
15 inches. Motherfucker slung like a baby horse.
Baby. Damn, that probably no. Hell no, that can't be a baby horse. That got to be like a teenage horse or something.
Google that shit, man.
Nah.
See, the horse is like fucking.
Yeah, but no, man, that shit can't
For
be
any
that
context
big,
here,
bro.
I found a ruler and I started pulling out the length and showing it to Johnson, and I just like basically was like,
You
"Hey,
telling them this? This is crazy.
No,
I
no,
thought
everybody
that was
needs
just
to know.
gonna be ours.
No. Everybody needs to know about this.
Wow.
Everybody needs to know. Johnson has a 15-inch cock. I stand by it.
Yo,
Congratulations, bud.
yo, I'm trying to put this shit in Google, and I had to just be like, hold on. First, I typed up
Bro,
horse
you
cock.
wild. Yeah.
And then I was like, horse
how
dick. I was like,
big-
whoa.
How big horse cock?
See, yeah, bro. An erect horse penis is typically measured between 20 and 24 inches. They shit don't go that crazy though. Like 15 is a sizable. Like it's a grown horse out there with 15, for sure. There's a grown
You trying
horse
to
somewhere
say
with 15.
you ain't seen somebody go from like start here as a baby and then come up to here?
Yeah.
So
I've seen that.
15, that's you talking about starting at 3 and then coming up to like 7 or 8?
Nah, nobody starts at 15 and then they only get 5 from adulthood if you're a horse. You don't just get
you
a
don't
quarter.
know that.
You shit me. Shit me.
Well, now we got to
The
figure
fuck?
out Google.
Yeah, like you only got a quarter increase from being an adult. That didn't happen to me. That shit was way more than a quarter.
I mean, that's fair. You know.
That was over 100%. Shit.
Wait, you guys got your adult penis?
Yes. Yes, we do.
When do I get that?
Never.
Oh.
You're fucking.
If
You
it
know how old you are?
Hunter. If it hasn't happened yet, it's not gonna happen.
You're done. You need to explore other.
Damn it.
Yeah, fuck no.
But anyway, on that note, let's go ahead.
Yo, a baby
let's go
horse
ahead and
dick
wrap
is probably
this
like
up.
6 to 8 inches though. Think about that. I'm sorry. No, we're not wrapping that quick. Yo,
6 to 8 inches. You
baby
think?
horse dick.
Baby horse
Motherfucker
dick.
come out walking. Horses come out walking, right?
Yeah.
Come
Kind
out
of
walking
like deer.
with like 6 to 8 inches. That's fucking crazy. Wow, just fuck
Just
me, right?
slinging like average male penis.
Yo, how big do elephant dicks be at, bro? Bro, elephants got some big dicks. Yo, I'm not gonna lie. I seen that shit one time as a
What
kid.
did we get on
That
this
shit
topic?
fucked me up.
I
Other
started
than
playing with
you
the
just
fucking
pulling out
ruler.
a tape measure.
That shit fucked me up, bro. Yo, elephant dicks is like the size of your body, bro. That shit is crazy, man.
Dude, I feel like that's more of a whale penis than it is an elephant.
All right, Google 2.0. Running that shit
Right.
big.
I mean, keep in mind that me and Johnson have literally sat around Googling the average dick
Yes,
sizes.
we had this conversation at lunch,
Absolutely.
and you were talking about how like you can eat specific foods when you're younger to make
I
it
just wanna
bigger
put
and
it
stuff
out
like
there.
that.
Google is on my ass.
I was like, damn, that's some wild shit going on.
I just want to put this out there. Google's on my ass. This is the first time Google actually like.
I was like, "Hey, brother, this is
You know how I hit you with that? Our systems have detected unusual traffic. This is the first time I'm like, damn, this is unusual traffic. Like every other time, I'm like, bitch, I'm looking up Pokemon. I always do this shit. Like, what the fuck? Okay. 1 to 1.5 meters, though it can extend up to 2 meters.
for
6.5 feet for elephant dicks.
Six
I told
and
you
a
that
half
shit big as
feet?
your fucking body.
God
Big
damn.
as your fucking body,
Dick's
bro.
bigger than me.
Mm-hmm. That dick bigger than you. Yes, bro. That shit is crazy, bro. I saw that shit as a kid. I was like, wow, bro. This ain't fair, bro. This is not fair, bro.
I mean, I don't think it's they proportion to body.
How big? Yeah, how big are
Or elephants. I mean, they some big motherfuckers.
height? Maybe like.
An elephant at the zoo, I would imagine. They're probably like
But you got to do like length
Nah, I'm finna type in
from
typical
tail
dimensions
from
of a
tail
fucking
to
elephant.
head.
did you say from tail to head?
Yeah, from their tail to their head. Like I feel like that's gonna because if an elephant were to stand up, not that elephants really do that, but they can,
Wow.
I guess.
Elephant, adult male standing 8 to 14 feet, on all fours. The shoulder, tall at the shoulder, yeah. And then weighing 3 to 7 tons, but from trunk to tail, 30 feet.
1/5 dick.
Yeah. My dick is not 1/5.
Oh, you
Let me do the calculation.
It's not. I'm willing to bet it's not.
Like, yeah.
I mean,
I
you
don't
gotta
think.
think though. If it's at least,
Yeah, nah. And I'm not gonna say the number because
They don't know.
that is too
Damn.
revealing.
it's too
Damn.
You just have to multiply. If you know your timetables, you fucking got me. So now I'm not gonna reveal, but yeah, it's not a fifth. So that's my point. Fuck no. Elephants just have abnormally large penis. Not proportionally though. It's not bigger than a turtle.
Yeah, turtles have biggest proportions,
It should be longer than it.
which we all know that video. Yeah, good stuff. Anyway,
All right, Hunter, wrap it up.
yeah, well, I mean, elephants. There's nothing we got to wrap it up. Like shit. Like damn.
You need a person to wrap it up.
Anyway,
you know them fucking them dress bags for like dress uniforms. You gotta put that shit on the thing.
the weatherproof.
Yeah.
They're still only gonna get like the head, like the fuck.
Bro, that shit gonna rip up, bro. As soon as they going, it's gonna be like the Hulk busting out that bitch, bro. Also, since we're talking about dicks, I never missed this opportunity to slander dolphins. Because those motherfuckers is the pieces of shit of the sea. I'm tired of these fuckers. But they also have very versatile penises.
Oh yeah, they can.
Peni.
They can control their
It
penis.
has to be penis. Yeah, they can articulate their penis. It's like an arm.
So can donkeys.
It can. What? Yo, donkeys can do it. Yo, oh my god.
I knew I called them jackasses for a reason.
Yes, but also why they call the fuel can thing a donkey dick.
Oh my god.
Oh, because it articulates.
It
Son of a bitch.
Oh my god.
I can tell neither of you grew up on a farm.
Donkey dick is the peak dick then. That's peak dick.
Peak dick.
That's
Peak land dick.
Peak land dick.
Yeah.
Motherfucker can control that shit.
On that note, and there's your information, your informational piece for the day. Elephant dicks are 6 feet, and donkeys can articulate their dicks.
And to give you an idea for what articulation means, think of an elephant's trunk.
Yeah. Imagine if you could do with your
trunk.
dick what an elephant does with his trunk.
Yep.
Think on that until next time. We appreciate you as always.
Why did we do this?
Brother, I don't even know. But give us a like, give us a follow. Hit us up on Instagram, YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music, Reddit. Any place that you get bored and you start Googling, Google fucking the Step Sergeant podcast, and you will find us. So we'll be happy to have you, and we'll talk.
Stay stuck with you. We'll be happy to say.
Yeah, we'll stay stuck with you and your dick size. We love you for it. As always, until next time.
Yeah.